Donald Trump wins the presidency.
This is a man's world.
We've been through so much together.
This is a guy who has had arrows thrown at him. Democrats have tried to put him in jail, bankrupt.
But it wouldn't mean nothing.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible.
The subject of Russia investigation, 2 impeachments, 2 assassination attempts, 91 indictments, convictions. There is almost nothing that hasn't been thrown at this former president.
For the past 9 years, we have been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth.
When they couldn't beat him, they tried to bankrupt. When that didn't work, they tried to put him in federal prison.
Hello, Butler. Hello.
When that didn't work, they even tried to kill him.
They just tried to kill President Trump. Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. Together we will write the next chapter of the great American story.
Donald Trump accepted his third Republican presidential nomination days after an assassin attempted to take his life. President Biden had just announced that he is ending his re-election bid. Kamala Harris is to become the Democratic nominee.
You think about all the times the media wrote the obituary of Donald Trump's political career, and everybody was wrong. We together are going to register new voters, chase ballots, vote early. We are going to do the work to save America.
President Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania.
Winner of Michigan, and those are just a few electoral votes away now from clinching 270.
We will take back our country.
We are now projecting
And we will make
that the next president of the United States
America
is
great again. America's comeback starts right now.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump returning to the White House as the 47th president of the United States.
His comeback victory unlike anything we have ever seen in American history.
It was the most successful citizen revolt. The people defeated the oligarchs.
History looks back on Donald Trump. He will be one of the greatest leaders this world
This
has
will
ever seen.
forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country.
Republicans will pull off a political trifecta, controlling the House, the Senate, and the White House.
I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you.
President Trump is putting together a brilliant cabinet of fantastic America First fighters.
With you at my side, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny, demolish the deep state. This will truly be the golden age of America. Our best days are yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to the stage the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
USA, 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 USA.
It's great to be here. Nice to win the election. It's very nice to win. And I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. They don't say that too much anymore. And when I had all that smoke backstage, I said, hey, are there any steps in front of me? I don't want to go down. Go down, that would not be good. We don't want to do that nice and slow. But I just want to thank you. What a beautiful production this is. What a great job the whole group does. Amazing turning point's been amazing. It's really been tremendous numbers of American patriots. It's really been great. And you saw what happened last month. We had turning points, grassroots army. It's an army. They turned out to vote. And they voted in record numbers, and everybody else voted in record numbers too, I have to tell you. And we did something that was really epic. We won a battle that a lot of people thought was very hard to win. You know, too big to rig. Remember what I said? Too big to rig. We'll make it too big to rig. And it really was one of the great political victories in the history of our country, and that's good. They said one of the very big radical left newspapers said the most consequential election in the last 129 years. And I said, couldn't they have made it a little bit longer than that? 129 years, but that's pretty good. But we won, oh, it's so nice. We won the popular vote by a lot. I used to hear in the first one we won and we did great. And they always would say, well, he didn't this sort of, well, he didn't win the popular vote. He won the electoral college. You know, let's say that low. But we actually did very well then, but we did really well the second time. And this time, we said, to hell with it, we're going to just blow them away, and that's what we did. We blew them away. So we won 7 swing states. Remember they were saying, well, you know, we did very well in early voting, so we didn't have to win too much because we were way ahead. But they said, well, he only has to win 2, but we won all 7. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
The great state of Arizona, something not easy for a Republican to do, but it was easy for us to do. And we had more than a 6-point landslide. That's called the landslide here. And not only did we reclaim the White House, we also took back the U.S. Senate, and we won the largest popular vote majority for House Republicans in a presidential year since 1928. That's a pretty good thing.
Wow.
And I want to express my tremendous gratitude to Charlie Kirk. He's really an amazing guy. And his whole staff for their relentless efforts to achieve this very historic victory. It's such a great honor. It's not my victory, it's your victory. It's a great honor. Man, we worked hard on this. We knew bad things happened in 2020. If I didn't know that we won in 2020, I wouldn't have done this because it would have been like the ultimate poll, right? But we won by a lot. And this time we said, look, now we're going to really win by, and we won by so much. They just, you know, they threw all their placards. They wanted to protest. They were all set. And at about 9 o'clock, they said, man, this guy's killing us. They threw the placards. They went home, and we had no riots. We had no anything. It was a beautiful thing to do. Bringing everybody together. We're going to try. We're going to really give it a shot. The thing that brings people together is victory. It's winning. And we had that for much of my first, you know, we had the greatest economy in history in our first term. We can now call it a first term. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. Maybe in the history of any country, frankly. And we had, we did things that nobody could have done, and we're going to do them even better now. We're going to be drilling, as we say, drill, baby, drill. But I also want to give a very special thanks to everyone at Turning Point Action who outworked and outsmarted, always outsmart. You got to be smart, too. And outorganized the radical left opposition. We had very strong opposition, not in terms of numbers, but I will tell you, something's happened because that was a big defeat for them. Nobody expected the numbers. You know what happened? The pollsters went around, and whenever anyone said, it's none of your business, they say, who are you voting for, or who did you vote for? They said, it's none of your business. And sometimes they said much tougher language than that, but I'm not going to get into that because I'll get in big trouble on the home front. And with Franklin Graham, please, sir. He says, please, sir, please don't use foul language. You speak so beautifully. You can do just as well. Actually, it doesn't work quite as well, but that's okay. It's just emphasis. But when they said, essentially, it's none of your business, that was a Trump vote. And they had the highest numbers of people that said that because they don't trust the press, etc. And we had the highest numbers, and that's why the polls showed us winning, but not winning in a landslide like we did. And we sort of knew that was going to happen. We could tell by the rally signs. Look at this. Here we won. There's no reason except celebration, but that's not a bad reason, is it? And look at the crowd. They have 7,000 or 8,000 people standing outside. They can't get in. Would anybody like to give up their seat, please? You know, doing this for I don't think I've ever had anyone say, yes, I'll give it up. Just one person, nobody. The Democrats and the media said the Turning Point could never run a ground game. They weren't experienced. They didn't know Charlie, right? When the ballots came in, the other side really didn't know what the hell hit them. They got hit hard. The victory was such an outstanding one, such a big one. And the other side now, and we don't want this. We want people to be happy and healthy. But they did. They lost their confidence. If you watch television now, they're all befuddled. They don't know what the hell happened. They're befuddled. To use quite a nice word that my mother used to use. Talking about somebody that's a mess. But they did. They've lost their confidence, and hopefully they'll lose it for a long time and then come over to our side because we want to have them. And we're going to have some inauguration on the 20th. We're going to have some. But something happened also in the election. All 50 states shifted toward the Republican Party, every single one. And together we won the largest share of African American voters of any Republican in modern history. We won more Hispanic American votes than any Republican ever. And we won the vote. We won the Latino men. Who's a Latino man? Do we have any Latino men? No, you're not a Latino man. You're a beautiful woman, but a man you are not. Of course, nowadays, who the hell knows? But we won the Hispanic, I call Hispanic. I always said, do you like Latino or Hispanic? Let's go, let's do a free poll. Who likes to be called Latino? Okay, that's what's always happening. Listen to this. Who likes to be called Hispanic? Not as good as you. But we won half of all voters aged 18 to 29. There's never been anything. Any Republican ever before in history. And we had great people, you know. My son Barrett said, "Dad, you gotta see this one, that one, this one." He said he likes Joe Rogan a lot too. He said, "You gotta see Joe Rogan, Dad. You gotta do an interview with these people." And he has a sort of a feel for young people. I guess that's a nice thing to have when you're young. But he has a feel for it, and it was amazing. So we got the highest vote ever for a Republican candidate. We won by 36 points with young people. That never happens. A Republican loses by 36 or 40. So I'm going to have to start thinking about TikTok. I think we're going to have to. Because, you know, we did go on TikTok, and we had a great response with billions of views, billions and billions of views. They brought me a chart, and it was a record, and it was so beautiful to see. And as I looked at it, I said, maybe we got to keep this sucker around a little while. Oh, look, I see Sheriff Joe. Sheriff Joe, could we use you on the border? Stand up. Sheriff Joe. In 2 minutes, we'll put Sheriff Joe over there. And and you're looking good, Joe. You're looking good. And we miss your wife, right? Your great wife, she's up there proud as hell of you. But he had no border problems. You didn't have any border problems, and we'll do that very shortly for you. We're going to have, you have a governor that doesn't know what the hell she's doing. You have people that don't know what they're doing. And we're going to change it because your border is a disaster. Your border is a disaster, what's going on. And you just have a few days to wait. We're going to be fully operational, I would say, by about 2 o'clock on the 20th. With voters under the age of even 25. Think of that. We gained 23 points, and In the election of 2024, our movement not only won a mandate, but we built new American majorities all over the place and will define our country's future. I believe it's going to define our country's future for generations to come. That's going to happen. It's, there's some people called up that are great people, actually. Great business leaders called, a lot of them. And some of them weren't exactly on my side, but they're on my side now. But they said there's a light over not only the country right now, but over the entire world. And it is happening. And we want to get some of these wars that would have never happened, like Russia, Ukraine would have never happened. Israel would have never been attacked, would have never happened. We wouldn't have inflation. We wouldn't have had that Afghanistan horror show, that horrible, the way we left, leaving billions of dollars of equipment behind and 13 soldiers. And, nobody ever mentions, and I mention because I love them and they're all watching right now. 48 soldiers that were horrifically injured. Nobody ever, they lived and they don't talk about them, but these are incredible warriors that were hurt so badly with the legs and the arms and the face, and hurt so badly. 48 of them. And we love you. You're listening and we love you.